What if I told you there's a secret language that opens up one of the most life-changing career paths in the Philippines? And no, it's not just learning Spanish. It's about learning how to tell your own story. Before we begin, if you enjoy stories like this, please follow the channel and share this video. It genuinely helps this page grow and allows me to create more stories for you. It's what they call a unique opportunity. The kind that can change the entire direction of a family's future. Your palms are sweating, your heart is just pounding in your chest. This isn't just about getting a job. It's a doorway to a completely new life. And it all comes down to this one conversation. All right, let's really put ourselves in that room. You've prepared for this for weeks, maybe even months. This interview, it's the final obstacle standing between you and a career as a Spanish-speaking customer service representative. We're talking about a role that promises stability, growth, and a future you've really only dreamed of. The air conditioning is humming, that low, constant drone that does absolutely nothing to cool you down. Across the table, the interviewer just sits there, their face completely unreadable. They are the gatekeeper. And deep down in your gut, you have one shot to prove you belong there. The small talk is over. All the easy questions about your resume are done. Then, the gatekeeper leans forward, just slightly, but it's a shift that tells you everything. The real test is about to begin, and it doesn't come in English. The words just hang there in the air, so crisp and clear. Describe a problem you solved. It's such a standard question, right? But in this moment, it feels like an impossibly high mountain they expect you to climb in like the next 60 seconds. And for a split second, there's just silence. Your mind is racing, flipping through years and years of experience, desperately searching for the perfect story. The pressure is just immense. What do you say? How do you even begin to say it? That hum from the air conditioner suddenly feels deafening. But what if you knew a secret? A framework that could turn this exact moment of panic into a moment of pure power. See, there is a structure, a kind of secret language for answering this kind of question, one that transforms you from a nervous candidate into a confident hero. It breaks down into a super simple 3-act play. First, you set the scene with the situation. You paint the picture. Then, you detail the action, what you, the hero of this story, actually did. And finally, you reveal the triumphant result. You're not just giving an answer, you're telling a genuinely compelling story. So check this out. Here's how it works in real life. Instead of just saying, "Oh, I fixed a billing error," you tell a story. The situation: a system glitch overcharged 20 customers. The action: you didn't just pass the buck. You took ownership. You personally investigated every account and even created a new communication template so it wouldn't happen again. And the result? Every single one of those 20 customers stayed, and your solution made the entire team 15% more efficient. You see the difference? That's not just a candidate, that's a problem solver. Okay, so let's move on to the next big challenge. You've navigated the past, but now the gatekeeper wants to know about the future, your future. And this next question, it's a trap that so many people fall right into. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now look, this question isn't really about your personal dreams. It's a test. It's to see if your story aligns with the company's story. They want to know if you're just a temporary character or if you could be a long-term hero in their journey. This is where it's so easy to be generic. I want to grow with a company. It's so forgettable. But compare that to the powerful answer. It's specific. It shows ambition not just for you, but for the whole team. It's a huge shift from asking for a job to offering a vision of future value. And that's the moment it all just clicks. When you connect your past actions to your future vision, something powerful shifts inside you. It's a realization that changes not just your answer, but your entire understanding of what's really happening in that room. This isn't an interrogation. It was never an interrogation. An interview is just a conversation between two storytellers. They have a story about where their company is going, and you have a story about where you've been and where you want to go. The only question is, can your stories merge into a new, successful chapter together? This is the absolute core of it all. Your resume lists your skills, sure, but your story is what gives those skills meaning. They can train skills, but they can't train character. They can't train resilience. They can't train vision. They aren't just hiring a Spanish speaker. They are hiring the person who solved that glitch, who calmed down 20 angry customers, and who has a plan to lift up the entire team. They are hiring your story. And suddenly, the hum of the air conditioner just fades into the background. The gatekeeper is no longer some obstacle, but a potential collaborator. The fear is gone, and it's replaced by this quiet, unshakable confidence. Because you finally get it. You're not there to ask for a job. You're there to offer a partnership. And your story proves you're worth it. If this story moved you or made you think differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And follow the channel for more stories like this.